everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Lucas gives Elizabeth a gift in When Calls the Heart Season 12, Episode 12 Graduation Preview. In the When Calls the Heart Season 12, Episode 12 season finale, Must Be Gold, it is graduation day. Hope Valley is celebrating its graduating class. However, that is not all. In a special graduation Hallmark sneak peek video, Lucas gives Elizabeth a special gift. What does he do and how does it connect to this special day? Watch the video and learn more. What is When Calls the Heart Season Finale Episode Must Be Gold about? Firstly, what is the When Calls the Heart Season 12, Episode 12 Season Finale Must Be Gold about? According to the Hallmark synopsis, Elizabeth and Nathan plan for a happy summer together. Lucas and Edie race Rosemary and Bill to find the gold. The town plans a sweet surprise for Minnie. This episode marks the beginning of some changes for the series should it go into Season 13. A lot of the graduating students may go their separate ways. Moreover, Hardys may be saying goodbye to a number of young adults who have grown up on screen. On screen there are many changes, especially for the Canfield family. Now that Angela Canfield is going away to school, her mother Minnie needs the support of the town. This episode promises to be bittersweet as they rally around Minnie and celebrate the graduating students. In addition, Elizabeth and Nathan are preparing for a happy summer after the devastating news that little Jack has diabetes. This will profoundly change their lives as there is no cure, but newly found treatment. But there may be something else that will keep Elizabeth busy. Lucas gives Elizabeth a big gift in Season 12 finale episode. In the Hallmark sneak peek video, Lucas gives Elizabeth a big gift in When Calls the Heart Must Be Gold. Lucas is shown talking to Nathan and Elizabeth after the graduation ceremony has finished. He says, "While they may be on holiday, you, however, will need to get ready to present your curriculum for the education conference." Emotional, Elizabeth shockingly replies, "What? Lucas, that's incredible. How did you?" Lucas answers, "Well, shockingly, I suppose I still have some influence." Lucas leaves the couple, asking her to consider leaving for 3 days. Now Nathan tries to give her encouragement that things will be ok when she is gone. But will she take this career opportunity after this stressful time with little Jack? Don't miss the When Calls the Heart Season 12 finale episode. The When Calls the Heart Season 12 season finale, Must Be Gold, is premiering on Sunday, March 23 at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Hallmark Channel. This episode will be available to stream on Peacock up to 72 hours after the premiere. Also, Hallmark Plus will be streaming this episode starting on Monday, March 24. On this day, all 12 seasons will be available to stream on the Hallmark Plus app. The school bell rang with a bright clang, echoing through the heart of Hope Valley. It wasn't an ordinary day. It was graduation day for Elizabeth Thornton's class, and the town was abuzz with celebration. Bunting in soft pastels and hand-painted signs fluttered from the lampposts, and the scent of wildflowers wafted from mason jars placed on every wooden surface. Elizabeth stood in front of the schoolhouse, her heart swelling with pride. Her students, each one of them, stood tall in their makeshift caps, smiles wide with a mixture of pride and nervous anticipation. The whole town had come to witness the moment, but one person watched her more intently than all the rest. Lucas Bouchard, dressed in his finest gray suit, leaned against the side of the building, arms crossed and a mysterious twinkle in his eyes. While everyone else focused on the children, Lucas only had eyes for Elizabeth. He'd been planning this day for weeks. The ceremony was sweet and full of laughter. Rosemary bustled about with her notebook, jotting down every precious moment for the Valley Voice, while Lee handed out lemonade with little umbrellas in them, insisting the occasion called for a little flair. Even Henry Gowan, quieter than most, nodded approvingly from his bench, clearly touched by the accomplishment of the town's youth. After the diplomas were handed out, each one meticulously written by hand in Elizabeth's careful cursive, she stood on the small wooden steps, her hands clasped in front of her. I am so proud of each and every one of you, she said, her voice trembling slightly. This day isn't just about finishing a grade, it's about moving forward, about believing in yourselves, and about carrying the heart of Hope Valley wherever life takes you. Applause broke out, echoing across the gentle hills. As families began to hug and gather around their children, Elizabeth stepped down, wiping a tear from the corner of her eye. Lucas appeared beside her, as if summoned by the tug, he said softly, handing her a handkerchief. She smiled, letting out a small, emotional laugh. They grow up so fast. That they do, he said, his gaze lingering on her. But I think their teacher had something to do with that. She flushed. I hope I'm doing right by them. You're doing more than right, Elizabeth. You're shaping the future of this town. They stood quietly for a moment, watching the children run and twirl in their caps, giggling. Then Lucas reached into the inside pocket of his jacket and produced a small, wrapped package. The paper was a warm gold, tied with a soft green ribbon. Elizabeth raised an eyebrow. What's this? A graduation gift, he said, holding it out. For me, she asked, surprised. I didn't graduate today. No, but you helped them get there. You've poured your heart and soul into that classroom. This town sees it. I see it. She hesitated, then took the package. It was light, about the size of a book. Curious, she untied the ribbon and peeled back the paper carefully, revealing a leather-bound journal. But not just any journal. The cover was engraved with elegant hand-tooled lettering that read, "To the teacher who writes tomorrow's story." Inside, the first page held a handwritten note in Lucas's unmistakable script. For all the stories you've helped write, and for the ones still to come. May this hold your dreams, your thoughts, your wishes, and one day, when the students are grown and gone, may it remind you of the legacy you've left behind. Lucas. Elizabeth's breath caught in her throat. Oh, Lucas. I thought, with all the stories you tell, of your students of Hope Valley, you should have a place to keep them. She ran her fingers over the soft leather, her eyes misty. It's beautiful. Truly. He smiled gently, like the woman it's meant for. Their gazes held, warm, familiar, and steady. There had been so many twists in their journey. Moments of hesitation, of distance, of heartbreak. But there was also healing here and hope, just like the valley around them. I don't know what to say, she whispered. You don't have to say anything, he said. Just promise me you'll fill its pages. She nodded, a smile tugging at her lips. That, I can do. Just then, little Jack ran up and tugged on Elizabeth's skirt, his cheeks flushed from running. Mommy, I saved you a cookie, he announced proudly, holding up a somewhat crumbled shortbread. Elizabeth laughed and knelt down to hug him. Thank you, sweetheart. Lucas crouched beside them. That's quite a gift, young man. Jack nodded seriously. She teaches all the kids. She deserves cookies. Lucas winked. I agree. As the sun dipped lower, casting a golden hue over Hope Valley, music drifted from the bandstand, and people began to dance, laugh, and share stories. It wasn't just a graduation. It was a celebration of resilience, of growth, of community. And for Lucas and Elizabeth, it was something more. It was a quiet moment of understanding, of gratitude, and perhaps the promise of a new beginning. Later that night, when the town had gone quiet and the moon hung high above the hills, Elizabeth sat at her desk with the journal before her. She opened to a fresh page and began to write. Today, we graduated more than students. We graduated into a new season. Into believing in dreams again, into love, perhaps, or the possibility of it.